Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be about the things that I buy more of as a minimalist. So without further ado, let's just get into it. First on the list is fresh produce. So if you guys do not notice, with my grocery hauls and stuff, we are eating a lot more fresh ingredients, such as like kale, spinach, and none of it's usually frozen. We just get it nice and fresh. And yes, we do pay a lot more for, fresher ingredients, but I have been seeing a difference with my weight, even though I still have a lot to lose, especially in my face. But I was consuming a lot of vegan junk food and not enough fresh produce because I was being too cheap. I was cheaping myself out of more of the healthy stuff. And that was because I had the mentality of me not, paying for fresh ingredients, me always having it for free because I worked in the kitchen for 8 years. And now that I don't, I kind of I didn't want to pay for like tomatoes or things like that. But I finally changed my mind because I wanted to change the way we were eating, and not just me, my boyfriend also. Whatever I eat, whatever I make, he will eat as well. He's vegan too, same with me. So purchasing a lot more fresher ingredients has helped out our weight, our energy, and you have to compromise. Even though it's more money, you're technically helping out your body. So I will pay the extra money to eat healthier from now on. And yes, I do buy a lot more fresh ingredients, more than anything, because we are vegan at the end of the day, so we do eat an enormous amount of vegetables. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, well, where do you get your protein? There's protein in vegetables, you guys, believe it or not. I'm not gonna school you on all of that. You guys can Google and do all that research yourself. But we've been vegan for 4 years now, and this is like the healthiest that I've ever felt because we are eating a cleaner diet rather than sticking with the mock meats. The only thing that we do eat that is kind of like processed is tofu, and we eat that like once a week. So paying more and getting more of fresher ingredients is just something that I'm always going to keep on my mind. Next thing is apps. So I used to be against with purchasing apps because I thought naive back then, thinking like, I don't need them. What are they gonna do for me? Blah, blah, blah. And in the long run, with me being an influencer and having YouTube as my job, I need apps to help me make my thumbnails, to help me make my photos look aesthetically pleasing on Instagram. So I have purchased quite a few apps. If I find an app that's going to help me out or, save me some time with editing, I will purchase it without rethinking it like all day. And whatever I do purchase, I finally told myself I can claim that on taxes because it's technically for the business because I am self-employed. So that is my new thing, is I do purchase a lot more apps than I did before. I have like a whole folder of like retouch apps, editing, things like that, just to, help me out in the long run. Another thing that I have been purchasing more of is electronics. Like I said before, working online is my full-time job, and I do have to spend money to make sure my videos look good, make sure you guys can actually hear me. There was a problem with the mic that I had, so I decided to purchase a new mic. And before I didn't want to purchase a mic because I didn't want to spend money, but I had to sit down and really think like, all right, you are technically investing in yourself, Kira, so stop cheaping yourself out. And that's what I was doing. I was always like rethinking, like, do I need a MacBook? Do I need a camera? What if I just film on my iPhone forever? But if you guys go back to my old videos, the highest resolution was 360p, and my videos looked like crap. Even though you guys always showed me love, but I'm happy that I'm able to record in HD now, and happy that I have a mic that works. Eventually I will probably get a rodeo mic, but this one's working for now. But again, I will be purchasing more electronics throughout the years of me doing YouTube because things break and things also need an update. So it is definitely different for me to say that, yes, I will purchase certain electronics if it's going to make my channel look a lot better / sound a lot better. Another thing that I am looking into purchasing more of is high quality clothing. This is something that I still need to do a lot more research on. So I haven't purchased clothes in a very long time. I've had this same sweater for, I want to say like three and a half years, and I don't plan on buying clothes until I lose some weight. But when I do lose the weight, I do plan on purchasing clothes from high quality clothing lines. Even if a top is $50 to $60, if it is made with high material and it's going to last years and years to come, then I probably will look into purchasing it rather than getting a $5 shirt or a $10 shirt off of Fashion Nova or any of those like cheap sites, because most of their stuff, the minute you wash it and dry it, it shrinks, it discolors. Even if you do not dry your clothes, like I do not, most of the clothes don't last long. Those clothes are made fairly cheap, and I mean, you get what you pay for at the end of the day. So I am looking into like Everlane. I've seen a lot of people rave about their jeans, so I need to like do more research, but I wanted to add this in here that this is something that I will be purchasing a lot more of. So eventually I want to get rid of all the clothes that are in my closet and purchase high quality items. Another thing that I have been purchasing more of, and this is kind of silly, but that is extra food containers, like extra food storages. So when I did live like on my own, I only had about like 5 containers, and they were the glass ones that I still have to this day. But with me buying fresh produce and stuff, I like to cut up all my vegetables and put them in a container right away so they don't go bad like super fast. And also my boyfriend is like working with real estate right now, so he does leave the house and he's out on jobs, and I want to be able to pack him a lunch in a container so he can eat out there in the world. So purchasing more storage containers is something that we really needed, and I only get the durable glass ones because they can go in the freezer, they can go in the oven. I will have the ones that I've been purchasing linked down below. They are amazing. And yeah, so I think we have about 20 now. I know it sounds like a lot, but trust me, we buy a lot more vegetables. So all of those get used like that the minute we go grocery shopping. And the last thing on this list that I have been purchasing a lot more of is reusable and sustainable items. So this is something that I do want to talk about for a little bit, and it's because I always been this kind of person to purchase like, all right, a reusable sponge, that's great, 1 is fine, like 2 or 3 little reusable wipe down things, that's fine. But now that I live with my boyfriend and eventually we will be having kids in years from now, I need a lot more reusable items. So I did purchase reusable paper towels. It came with a whole roll, and you just like wrap up the little like cloth things and they like cling together. I don't know how to explain it, but I'll have examples around here to show you. The thing with this, it is expensive, but it's well worth the price tag. So again, I am investing in sustainable reusable items as well. Along with that, I've been purchasing a lot more reusable sponges. So around like 2 to 3 days, I put that one in the wash, take a new one out, and that's that. Instead of me like keeping that one sponge till like when we do laundry, and by the time we do laundry that sponge stinks so bad. Because I am cleaning and cooking a lot more than when I lived on my own. Another thing, as you guys know, I have my menstrual cycle underwear. I have about 10 of them and they work amazing. I'll have all of the stuff that I'm talking about down below, but needless to say is that I have been purchasing a lot more reusable and sustainable items for our household because there is 2 people here. So I need a lot more, you know, reusable paper towels because my boyfriend does use some as well when he's eating, or you know, he'll wrap up his utensils in one and take them with him on a job, you know, things like that. So having extra reusable, sustainable items in the house is always well worth it. My mindset back then was completely different, where it's like, all right, I'm only one person, so I only need 2 forks, or I only need like 2 little cleaning cloths. But now my mind is completely different, where it's like, I want a whole roll of little reusable cloths to clean up, because after dinner or lunch is done, I like to wipe down like our table and stuff with those cloths. and put them to wash and get a new one out for the next meal. So I don't like to keep reusing like the same cloth over and over again. But yeah, not to get too crazy into this subject, but I will have everything that I'm talking about linked down below so you guys can check out for yourself. And again, it is well worth the price tag on all of these items. Anyways, you guys, I hoped you enjoyed this video. And if you have anything else that you guys are purchasing more of, whether you are a minimalist or if you're just starting out to be a minimalist, what are you purchasing more of? Is it more reusable sponges? Is it more fresh produce? Let me know down below so I do not feel alone, because I was like so afraid to make this video because I'm like, wait a minute, they're not gonna think that I'm a minimalist anymore because I'm purchasing more things. But really, it's because my family is growing. So on that note, I will catch you guys in the next video.